could land. The political controversy on it has already started. We are now joined by my guests on this debate. We have with us Tuhin Sinha, BJP's national spokesperson, Piyush Joshi, who is spokesperson of the Aadmi Party, and Dr. Nikul Patel, who is a Congress leader. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Tuhin Sinha, let me begin this discussion with you. You heard what the opposition had to say. One of the questions being raised is that why Amritsar? The opposition is seeing this as a bid to malign the state of Punjab. What Manish Tiwari said was that you're trying to send a message that perhaps every illegal immigrant is from Punjab, and that's the reason why flights are coming to Amritsar. How will you like to address this?
Well, good evening, Hina. Good evening, everybody. This opposition has no issue left to take up, and that is why it keeps coming up with illogical issues. Number one, civil aviation is a central subject. Now, depending upon the logistics, if on a certain flight, there are more people from a particular region, these are logistical reasons, which are logistical decisions which are taken by, the central government. We can't have 3 landing places. And only this is the second tranche of illegal migrants who have arrived. There are only 2 landings. They make it seem that, it is time and again that only Punjab is being defamed. This is a government which has gone out of the way to save persecuted minorities, mainly Sikhs, in Afghanistan when the Taliban took over. You must remember that. This is a government which has done every possible thing, whether it is celebrating the sacrifice of Guru Gobind Singh's children as Veer Bal Divas. This government has only and only honored the Sikh community, unlike the Congress party, which had perpetrated a genocide in 1984. So it is very unfair to blame the central government and be insensitive on an issue like this. What Bhagwant Mann needs to do is crack down on the human trafficking network. But he can't do that. Somewhere he may be silently complicit in it, because that is one of the reasons when he criticizes the central government in this manner, he tends to shift the focus away from the illegal human trafficking mafia and the illegal human trafficking gangs which are flourishing in his state. I think you should focus on that.
Couple of interesting points you've raised, and I know Piyush Joshi, the Aadmi Party spokesperson, also wants to respond. But before that, Mr. Joshi, let me quickly go across to Dr. Nikul Patel for a quick reaction to what the BJP national spokesperson had to say on the show. And Dr. Nikul Patel, how will you like to respond to what Mr. Tuhin Sinha mentioned? Opposition has no other issues really to take up, and these are logistical decisions, that the centre is taking on the basis of distance from the US, etc. And there are many other things that are involved. And instead of a crackdown on illegal human trafficking, the opposition is indulging in petty politics is the charge of the BJP. How will you like to respond?
Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson rightly said that depending upon the logistic, I think in the first flight, Gujarati people were the maximum, and if it is a really fate that it has to be the maximum people whom the flight is carrying, then it must be the destination Ahmedabad. But it was not so. And suppose what the Chidambaram ji is saying is also, second part is very correct, that in first flight, suppose US had sent our citizen in the way, inhuman. Now our honorable Prime Minister is at USA and meeting with Donald Trump, whether the same condition will be there for our citizens. Let us see what happens today in the night when they arrive to Amritsar. Secondly, when it is related to the Amritsar, definitely the government or the state government has a due right that they can ask to the central government why you are selecting only Amritsar as a port of coming these people. You can select any other state or another airport also. But definitely, Bharatiya Janata Party has a very cruel set of mind to defame the government, where they are not, and they want to criticize in the different way. If they really think of immigrant, then they have national central agencies who are involved in all this giving things.
But Mann, the Chief Minister of Punjab, on what he has said.
That is what I am telling. That if in previous flight Gujaratis were maximum, I think.
Okay.
Why it was
Piyush Joshi, How will you like to respond now to this? Because Tuhin Sinha earlier mentioned, even though Congress is agreeing with what the Aam Aadmi Party-led government in Punjab has to say, but what Tuhin Sinha is saying is that the opposition has no other issues to take up, and instead of a crackdown on illegal human trafficking, you are trying to say that attempts are being made to defame Amritsar. By the way, I was just looking at the data. Among the people who will be coming tonight, 67 are from Punjab, 33 are from Haryana, 8 from Gujarat, 3 from Uttar Pradesh.
Landed in Chandigarh, right? Okay, because that is a union territory which serves both the purpose. Punjab as well as Haryana. I don't see anything wrong in what the Honorable Chief Minister of Punjab has asked the Home Minister or the Union government for that matter. He has raised some very specific questions. Did Prime Minister Modi discuss the issue of deportees? Number one. If a nation like Colombia can send its own flights and refuse the US Air Force plane to land, has Prime Minister Modi talked in such a manner? Has Prime Minister Modi shown strong resolve in front of Donald Trump? Has he done that? Because if and there is one toilet in this in that particular aircraft, and we have heard the tales of horrors that those deportees have to undergo during their flight. So to choose only Amritsar, and he has raised certain pertinent question. It's a border airport. Why are you not landing it at Hindon? Why are you not landing it landing the plane or landing the craft at Delhi? What is wrong? We live in a democratic structure of cooperative federalism.
But Mr. Joshi, before I get Tuhin Sinha to respond to what you have said, I want to ask you, what is the problem if the aircraft is landing in Amritsar? Why do you have a problem with that?
The problem was not there when the first aircraft landed. That's fine. The Punjab government basically cooperated fully with the
So
Indian
what is the problem second time if the aircraft is landing in Amritsar?
I got your question the first time. Now allow me 30 seconds to 1 minute to respond to that. The problem is, do you see what Tarun Chugh said? He said, why Punjabis are going? I never saw them asking Mr. Patel why Gujaratis are going, crack down on that illegal immigration infrastructure in the state of Gujarat. Says Tuhin Sinha, why don't you tell Nayab Singh Saini that crack down on the illegal infrastructure of human trafficking in the state of Haryana?
Okay.
It's that typical psychographics of Bharatiya Janata Party. It's that perception building which has already
started. I will get Mr. Tuhin Sinha to respond to that. But okay, I will get him to respond to that. But once again, I'm just trying to figure out, is it just about this perception that by allowing this flight, this aircraft to land in Amritsar, Punjabis are being targeted, or is there something else that Aam Aadmi Party government wants to communicate by saying that why have you chosen Amritsar? Like, what is the problem really if the flight is landing in Amritsar?
The problem is not with landing. The problem is with the subsequent statements of the leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party and spokespersons of Bharatiya Janata Party that they want to link illegal immigration only with Punjabis, only with the state of Punjab, and they forget conveniently when it is about Haryana or Gujarat.
So you're saying you don't have a problem as such if the aircraft is landing in Amritsar?
Unite the country.
Okay. The statements after that are a cause of concern. Tuhin Sinha, now please respond. You heard both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. Please respond.
Both the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are time and again only showing the complete absence of common sense. When the Congress, when the Aam Aadmi Party representative over here is asking, why are you not asking your own state government? It's a fact that every state government should be taking action against, these human trafficking gangs. And every BJP state government, any which way, is very serious in taking action. We have never supported illegal migration even within the country. My sense is that this opposition wants to create legitimacy for illegal migrants within the country. They want to settle Rohingyas, and that is why they want to question this deportation of US. And every day they change their goalposts. One day they question why should they be shackled. The other day they question why should they be landing in Amritsar. Tomorrow they will have a new question. But fact is, this opposition has a soft corner towards illegal migrants, and that is the reason why every day they are coming up with some issue or the other instead of showing their commitment in taking on illegal
Okay.
the human trafficking mafia.
I take
Quick
strong-
response, Piyush Joshi. Yes.
Absolutely. I take very strong objection to what Mr. Sinha has here said as official spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party. He has equated the Indian citizens, the officially Indian citizens of India with Rohingyas. So, this is the typical BJP
I never
mindset.
did
You
that.
don't get facts, you can't give a proper reply, so you compare legal citizens of your own country with Rohingyas. That's what you have come down to. Forget about common sense.
Okay,
Stop
10
this
seconds only,
divisive
Tuhin Sinha. I'm
politics.
completely out of time. Quick
again-
rebuttal, then I have to take a
Don't
break.
break India.
Once again, they are again showing the lack of common sense. Anybody who goes to another country without, legal documents is an illegal migrant. If Rohingyas are illegal migrants in this country, those who have gone away from India without legal documents have committed a sin.
Okay.
They have committed, they have committed a crime. And I think that is where you need to understand the gravity of
All
the
right.
problem, which these people are not understanding.
All right. I'm completely out of time, but we'll of course be taking this story forward because tonight the flight is going to land. For now, thank you very much, all of you. Tuhin Sinha, Piyush Joshi, and Dr. Nikul Patel. Appreciate all of you for joining us here on Times Now. Heading into a very, very short break. We'll be back with lots more. Stay with us.